So hi everyone. This is the third assignment for my ES6 course that I've taken from the Pirple.com. So basically, this assignment is has shown us the usage of the if-else block, how we can make a decision making on if-else block and go to the required outcome block if the condition tested is true or false. So for this particular course assignment, we have two problems set in front of us that I will just show you on the purple.com itself. So basically for this particular course, we have to build a logical or two logical arguments. The first one which states that the all men are mortal, so and Socrates is a man, so therefore Socrates is mortal. So we have to build this particular logical argument in fact with an if-else block. And the second one states that the cake is either a vanilla or chocolate, but the cake is not a chocolate, hence the cake is vanilla. So for this particular thing, I have written two separate programs that will define the particular logical argument with the help of the if-else block. So in the first step, I have taken a variable main names, which is an array which stores the value of different men like Peter, Socrates, Alexander, and Phillips. So basically, we are here defining that Socrates is a man. Hence, we have put his name in the collection of man name. And since every man is mortal, so one or the other day he is supposed to die. So I have taken another variable called man mortality, which is set to true that yes, men are mortal and they are supposed to die one or the other day. Now we start our if-else block, where for the first if condition checks for the mortality of man. Mortality, if the mortality is true, that means yes, whatever thing we are operating on would be a man because all men are mortal. So we console we go for an output on the console which says that men are mortal. Then we loop into our array to find out if we have Socrates in it or not. So I have taken a for loop which loops out to the collection to find out if we have a Socrates into the particular men array or not, that to find out if the Socrates is a man. So whenever we find out a Socrates, we state that Socrates is a man and hence he is mortal. Else we keep on continuing to the loop until we find it Socrates, and if we do not find Socrates at all, it states that the Socrates is not found. So this is the first program that we have defined. Then the second one, which shows that the cake is a vanilla. After it finds for if the cake is chocolate or vanilla, then finally it finds out that the cake is vanilla. For this particular program, we have taken a variable called cake type, which is predefinedly set to vanilla because we have to go and find out that the cake is vanilla. So when we start our if block, it states that it checks for the two possibilities. Either if the cake is chocolate or either if it's vanilla, it should enter the logical block, else the program will terminate. So we have put down a condition to check if the cake is chocolate, either a chocolate or either a vanilla. So once it is find out if one of the things is true, it will move ahead, and in the next second if condition, it checks if the cake is not a chocolate type. So in the first block, we have found that either the cake is chocolate or vanilla, and if the second block, if we find out that the cake is not a chocolate cake, then surely it is a vanilla type cake. So same thing we output on the screen states that the cake is a vanilla one, and if not, the cake is a chocolate one. So I will just show you this two particular program execution into the terminal. So I'll just clear my screen and I execute my code. So here it is. So it's find out the man is mortal for the first thing, and it's find out the Socrates is a man and hence he is a mortal thing. And for the second one, it shows that the cake is a vanilla one. So this is how we have executed this code. These are written the code and executed this one, and we showed the usage of the if-else block. So this is all for this course. Thank you everyone for your time. Thank you so much.